All right, let me share one of the biggest mistakes I see homebuyers make after they buy a house. And surprisingly, it has nothing to do with interest rates. It has nothing to do with the payment. It's something much simpler. So most homeowners never actually plan for repairs. Not the scary ones, but the predictable ones. See, when you buy a home, everything usually feels brand new. You just went through inspections, negotiations, they fixed a bunch of things, we just went through closing. The house feels solid, but the reality is every house has a clock on it. Paint fades, appliances wear out, roofs age, air conditioners eventually quit, and the stress for most homeowners isn't actually the repair, but it's the surprise. So someone wakes up one morning, the AC stops working in July in Florida. Suddenly, they're staring down an $8,000 bill that they didn't plan for. That's the part that really hurts. But here's the interesting thing. Most of these surprises are actually predictable. You can turn almost every major home repair into a small monthly number. So let me show you what I mean exactly. Take an HVAC system. A new AC system might run around $8,000. And they typically last about 10 years. So if you spread that out over time, that's about $67 a month. Now, think about the roof. Maybe a roof costs $15,000 to $25,000, depending on the home. Roofs usually last 15 to 20 years. So if you break that down, you're looking at somewhere around $60 a month on the low end and maybe about $140 a month on the higher end. Now let's talk about appliances. Kitchen appliances, washer, dryer, maybe you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000 over about 10-year period. That's another $25 to $45 per month. When you step back and you look at it, most of the big scary expenses homeowners face aren't actually random. They're just things that weren't planned for and we don't really think of off the top of our head, right? And this is one of the biggest mindset shifts between renting and owning a home. When you rent, you pay one fixed number every month. Doesn't matter if things break. When you own, you pay a mortgage payment plus responsibility. But that responsibility doesn't have to be stressful. So if you treat maintenance like a monthly habit instead of a random emergency, home ownership becomes a lot more predictable. Instead of panicking when something breaks, you've already prepared for it ahead of time. You've already budgeted for it. And realistically, for most homeowners, if you're putting aside somewhere around $150 to maybe $250 a month for long-term maintenance, you're already ahead of most people. You're good there, right? So you're building a cushion. That's what we want to do. You're protecting yourself from surprises and possibly having to take out high-interest debt to cover those surprises, and you're making better decisions about your house long-term. Because the goal of homeownership isn't avoiding repairs. It's just not going to happen. They're going to happen eventually. That's impossible. The goal is avoiding being totally caught off guard and blindsided. And the homeowners who understand that early usually enjoy owning their home a lot more. It's much less stress, better upgrades, better financial decisions. Now, if you're a homeowner and you're not sure what systems your house are in your house, older, maybe the roof, the AC, the water heater, things like that, it's actually pretty easy to map this out. You just need to know the age of the major components and basically create a simple plan. You can use ChatGPT to help you, AI. And if you ever want help thinking through things like that, I'm always happy to walk you through it. Because owning a home shouldn't be stressful. It should feel empowering at the end of the day. And that's what we want you guys to do. A little planning goes a really long way when it comes to these things. So DM me, like, and subscribe for more helpful tips.